Start. Dim.
Hello again, welcome back to Illegally Cited. This is BGFH back again, and I'm going to continue my look at some reading apps that are accessible in iOS, and today we're going to look at the iBooks platform, the iBooks app. So I've got it open here. I'm going to go to my task switcher
iBooks.
and pop right into iBooks for you.
iBooks. Edit.
And I have a whole bunch of stuff here, stuff I haven't even read. I've purchased a few books through here before some of these other apps like Kindle and Nook were accessible. And there was a thing, I don't remember when it was, but there was some weird promotion or something a while ago where they had tons of books for either like $1 or for free or something, and I just grabbed a whole bunch of free ones, not even really knowing what they were. But just like, yeah, that one sounds halfway interesting. Yeah, throw it in there, check it out, both for curiosity and accessibility testing. So, visually what I will say is it does look kind of neat. They kind of do the whole, like, oh, here, look at my bookshelf thing. We actually have a nice wooden bookshelf background with our books displayed on each shelf. And because this is Apple's own service, iBooks, you can search for and purchase the books right on your phone. Again, the one limitation I will say is that you are stuck in the Apple ecosystem. If you want to read these books away from an Apple device, at least right now, you can't. So if you don't mind being stuck in the Apple ecosystem and using it on an iPad or an iOS device or a Mac, you can use iBooks. So just like kind of our Nook app, we have across the top, we have an edit thing where I can, if I double tap that, just like before in the other apps, I can remove books, delete them.
Purchased books. Button.
Purchased books, that's what we're on.
Store. Button.
Store, I'll briefly pop into that here at the end of the video.
Search. Search field.
I can search through my library of books.
Selected. Grid view. Button.
I can do grid view.
List view. Button.
Or list view. So,
button.
It depends on your preference. Some people like to actually have the book covers and see what they're like, and some people may just want a list of the books like it shows now. VoiceOver works either way. I just usually left it on the book view because I didn't care, and I just used it that way. And now we have our list.
New. 10 fun things to do with your microwave. Authors and editors of Instructables.
That was kind of a cool book. 10 fun things to do with your microwave. Just a short little book. I think that was like either free or like $1 or something at one point.
Download from iCloud. Button. New. Amazing cakes. Authors and editors of Download from iCloud. New. And there were no cars on the road. Mark Peterson. Download from iCloud. New. Bobby Flay's Bowl of Flavors. Download from iCloud. New. Cellar Door. Mark Peterson. Download from iCloud. Cloudy with a Chance of Profits. Mike Calvo.
So this is one that I think it was like on sale at one point, so I'm like, yeah, I'll grab it. I can pop into there, let's say.
Downloading.
Okay. I thought I had it downloaded, but I guess I don't.
Cloudy with a Chance of Profits. Mike Calvo. Swipe up or down to select a custom action.
Come on.
New. Cloudy with a Chance of Profits. Cloudy with a Chance of Profits.
Okay. Okay.
Library.
That didn't take long. So again, because these, both the Nook and Kindle and the iBooks, these are all text. So even if you're downloading a long book, it's not going to take very long at all over Wi-Fi or a cellular data connection. So just like the other apps that I've shown you guys so far, it doesn't have a built-in voice. Instead, it uses VoiceOver, and it works very well. So,
library button.
Across the top, I've got my library button to pop back there.
Table of contents.
Table of contents, self-explanatory. I can jump to every section.
Appearance button.
Appearance, there's where
Change
I can...
appearance.
Obviously, yeah, there's where I can change my font size, my background color, other visual elements.
Search button.
I can search within the book.
Add bookmark.
Add a bookmark.
About the author.
All
Mark
right.
Calvo is the founder and CEO of Ceratec Corporation. Born blind, Calvo experienced firsthand the devastating effects of physical limitations on career possibilities. As a result, he set out to make a difference at a young age. At age 18, Calvo launched.
All right, so it just, when I flicked over to the main body of the book, it just started reading. And again, I just use my two-finger flick down gesture to read through the book. I can use my rotor gestures, and again, because it's using VoiceOver, I can also use it with a Braille display. Very helpful there. And then along the bottom of the book,
Page chooser, page 5, adjustable.
a page chooser,
Double tap and
basically.
hold. Then drag left or right to change the page. Swipe up or down with one finger to adjust the value.
So it tells me some basic instructions on how to use that particular control. It's not a slider, but it's a similar type of control, so it does give you a little help there. But if I wanted to navigate to a certain page, I can easily do that. So, I mean, there's not really a whole lot else to explain. I mean, you're just reading a book, just like you have been in all the other apps that I've shown you so far. Let's go back to the library, because I do want to pop back over and I want to show
button.
you.
Store, button.
In the upper right corner, there's a store button, because it's Apple.
Library, button. Feature.
And it's their
Category,
service.
button.
They can, you can search for and purchase iBooks directly through the app.
City of Bones, Cassandra Clare.
So right now, okay, it looks
Use
like
the
on
rotor to access links.
the bottom we have, because we're in the store tab, or we're on the store
Selected.
page.
Featured, tab.
It's
One of
kind of
5.
just like the App Store that we covered in an earlier video, where you've got featured,
Selected, featured, top charts. Tab.
Top charts.
2 of 5, top authors.
Top
tab.
authors.
3 of search. Tab.
I can search.
4 purchased, tab.
and I
5
can
of
look at
5.
my purchased books.
Search, tab.
So if I go to my search,
Dan Bigley, search field.
okay, so the last thing I looked for was Dan
Beyond the
Bigley.
Bear, Dan Bigley and Deborah McKinney, April 2nd, 2013, 25.
All right,
Link.
so yes, not only is it available in the Nook store, iBooks has it. I would highly suspect that Kindle now has it as well. But, you know, the search is just exactly what you think it would be. You find your search box near the
Dan
top.
Bigley, search field. Double tap to edit.
You would double tap to edit, and then just use your little virtual keyboard or whatever to type it in. And you've got your list of results here. I've got
Beyond the
my
Bear, Dan Bigley and Deborah.
Beyond the Bear result there, so I can search. If I pop back over
Featured.
to, I'm not going to
Tab.
cover each one of these tabs because, you know, like I said, it's fairly similar to the App Store, and this stuff changes all the time. So by the time you watch this, I have no idea what the layout is going to be. They could totally change the layout of each page, you know, and where books and things are located. So, again, I just want to give you a rough overview of what is here and how it works.
City of Bones, Cassandra Clare. The Cuckoo's Calling, Robert Galbraith and Jay, The Husband's Secret, Leanna Moriarty.
So these are just some top books or feature
Page
books
2
or
of
something.
Full-Time Father, Susan Mallory. Jet, Jay Crownover. Forever and a Day, Jill Shalvis.
Haven't heard of any of these books before.
Best Books of August, button. Sneak Peeks, button. Best Books of August.
Let's go
button.
Best Books of August. Let's see if my Terry Goodkind book is
Best
in
Books of
there.
August. Featured. Back. Mysteries abound in our favorite new books of August. Edwidge Dantickett's magical new novel is set in a fishing village in the author's
Yada,
name.
yada.
Page 2 of
Let's see what books we
Lawrence and
have.
Olivia. Scott and Snow Hunters. Paul Yoon. Clara of the Sea Light. Edwidge Dantick. Snow Hunters. Best Fiction in Literature.
Oh,
Volume
okay.
number 2.
So yeah, you've got a whole bunch of different categories. It does work a lot like the App Store. You have your different categories, and then you can flick left and right and view those books that are in those various categories. So if I were to go to one of these,
Fallen Land. Snow Hunters. Paul Yoon. $10.99. Button.
okay, so it tells you how
Use the
much it
Fallen
is.
Land. Patrick Flannery.
Let's
Snow
say that I
Hunters.
go to this
Snow Hunters.
Snow Hunters
Paul Yoon.
thing.
Info.
And
Best
just like
Books of
the App
August.
Store, you'll get a kind of on the top, you get a little picture of the
Snow
book.
Hunters.
You
Paul
get a
Yoon.
little description.
Paul Yoon. Published
flick-
August 6th. Print length, 208 pages. 3.0 stars. $10.99. Sample. Snow Hunters.
So what's nice is, just like these other stores, I can either buy the book outright or I can download the sample, see if I like it for free. And it's a good idea, especially again if you're looking at a textbook or a magazine. I would highly recommend doing the sample first if possible, to make sure that it is indeed accessible with VoiceOver, because we do have those problems with the magazines and the textbooks. So below that,
Snow Hunters traces the extraordinary journey of Yahan, who defects from his country at the end of the Korean War, leaving his friends and family behind to seek a new life on the coast of Brazil. Throughout his years there, 4 people slip in and out of his life. Kiyoshi.
all right, well, whatever, okay, so that could be kind of interesting. But so that just kind of really gives you an idea of that, yes, you do have the full store there, and it works kind of like the app store that we looked at before. You can search for and buy books right in the app, no need to hop out to the web, which is nice. I wish you could do that in the other apps, but it's not a deal breaker. I will gladly go to the internet to search for and buy books if it means that I'm not necessarily logged into the iOS platform, because, while I like
Share. Button.
the iOS platform now,
Info. Best books of August.
while I like the iPhone and that now, what if I do want to switch in the future to another platform? And, Kindle seems to be pretty platform agnostic, pretty open to being on everything. So I kind of want to keep my options open.
X-Rack.
And that is, again,
X-Rack.
just a brief look at the iBooks app. This is included, I believe it's included in every iOS device. So you will probably see it on your home screen somewhere. And if not, you can just go to the App Store and download it. But if I remember correctly, it's been so long since I've had to do it. But if I believe that it is actually installed on your iOS device by default. So that is a quick look at the iBooks app, and we've covered most of them so far. There are a couple of other reading apps that I could cover and that I probably will cover briefly here as well. There's another one that will do text, and there's one more that can do audio that I really actually like. So with that, I will wrap it up here and talk to you guys soon.